What's the crack? What's the bleeding story? How he's all doing? Hope you're well. We've have a lot of shit to get through. I haven't been live in a while. I haven't done a fan call-in show in a while. I'll drop the link in now in a few minutes. Just before we get started, if you don't mind, please just smashing that like. And please sub if you're new around here. And let's get into it. I have the lads. There's no messing today. I have two serious lads here, and they need to get a lot of stuff off their chest. Warren, I'll start with you. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm looking forward to this because there's a lot that needs to be said about what's been happening, particularly that last game against Fulham.
Yeah, we'll get into that now in a few minutes. Darren, how are you, mate? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, very well, thanks. Obviously got PTSD again with Arsenal. It's happening again. Our season's imploding, and we're on the 10th of December. So, we've now lost 2, drawn 5, won 8. And if we go and repeat that again, we're going to be falling short as far as I can see. Liverpool have only lost 1 game. So, in terms of the league, we are struggling. And as we know, square pegs and round holes is what Arteta's all about. And the more he changes things and interferes with players' mental well-being, the more we as a club and as a team are just going to disintegrate and disappear up our own arse. So not very happy at all.
Yeah. Jez, how are you doing, mate? Haven't talked to you in a while. I hope you're doing good, man. I've been watching the videos all right with you and Lee and the lads, you know what I mean? It's refreshing to be on, to be perfectly honest. How are you keeping anyway?
I'm good, mate. Hope you're well. Even to Warren and to Darren as well, of course, and all in the chat. I thought I'd jump on for a little bit. Come on, people. It's rinse and repeat, isn't it? It's the same old, same old, same old. And we know tomorrow, right? Monaco. With what's being shown today, injuries, possibly Partey out. So he's going to have to scrape up a team. And I will put money on this, right? He's going to get Tierney to play. And I think there's an absolute bloody disgrace. The way that man has treated Tierney. I said the other night after the Fulham game, if I was Kieran Tierney, I'd been straight onto my agent that night and said, get me the hell out of this club. It's a disgrace, man. And it just shows the arrogance. And we've called it, all 4 of us, we've called it for 4 years. 4 bloody years. The man is an arrogant, narcissistic prick. And he's going to cost us once again, the fact that he shifted 3 positions to shoehorn, right? Partey at right back. Our best midfielder this season, in my opinion. He then takes our best performing right back over to left back, brings in Kiwior, who, I'm sorry, he's not the levels. And we saw what happened. The goal that Fulham scored, what was Kiwior doing? He just let the guy run past him. What is going on here? Yeah, we're expected to accept this absolute bullshit. It's a disgrace, man. Absolute disgrace. But we've got the Arsenal Arteta sexuals that will keep on supported. And interestingly, case in point, I'm going to name this little prick, right? For 2 days, I've had this little arsewipe come in my comments, not on live, right? And his name's Ian Westhill, threatening me if I go to the Emirates, threatening this, threatening that. And I tried to explain to him, mate, I was born there. I know a lot of people. And he was then saying, well, you don't go. I said, well, I do, but I don't always shout about it at the end of the day. And Ian Westhill, if you're not watching this, but at the end of the day, you're a prick, mate, because call me a plastic fan. Go back, and I said to him, go back and look at the videos I've just done. about my history of the club with all the programs, all the cup finals I've been to, 14 of them, right? And you call me a plastic fan. 2,586 training games, home and away. This, you little mug. And I said to him, right, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll tell you what, when I go to the game, right, at Christmas, which I will tell him when it is, right? But no, he blocked me. He blocked me because he couldn't face me out. Right? He couldn't face me out. I said to him, I told him where I'll be sitting in the Emirates. Oh, I'll be in much better seats than that, prick. I bet you, Darren, Warren, Del Boy, he's never, ever been to the Emirates in his life. He's about 14.
Exactly.
14. And yet you want to call me out? What's wrong with you people? Man up. Man up.
Yep. I hear you. I've had the same myself, Jez. I've had the same myself. Like, you know, being blocked and can't even answer a question that someone asked me. And I won't go into it now, but, you know, look.
I will, Del. Don't worry about that. I'm mentioning that fella later.
Yeah. Like, you know, it is frustrating, but what can you do? But just sort of going back to the Fulham game, because it's one that I think I was driving and I had to pull in when I seen the team sheet, and I just couldn't believe he put, as Jez rightly said, put Partey at right back. And I agree with Jez. Partey has been one of our best midfielders this season. And you go and you put him into a fucking right back position where, look, he could do a job if we were really badly stuck. But we weren't badly stuck. And as I said, and I fucking said it in my video, all he had to do was just put Tierney in left back. He didn't need to move Timber over to the left. He could have left Timber then in right back and just had Thomas Partey in his midfield position. Didn't need to see Jorginho. He could have brought Jorginho on if we were 1-2-0 up. He could have put Jorginho on and just goes, look, lads, we'll just see out the rest of the game here. We're leading by a goal. Let's get the fuck out of Craven Cottage and we get our 3 points. I don't understand and the disrespect that he's doing for Kieran Tierney. And it's not Kieran Tierney. It's not the young fella Lewis Scully, like where you're it's a bit experience. Like, you know, you just need to just get the basics right. Kieran Tierney is probably one of the most experienced in the panel. Do you know what I mean? He's up there in the top 5 players. He's not a fucking idiot. He's won leagues. He's won cups. He's a Scottish international. He's been to the Euro tournaments with his international team. He's not a fucking idiot. You just tell him, mate, just do this job today. That's all we need. And it was like, you know, for me, I think we would have won the game. Not drawn it, won it. But then for the audacity for Arteta to come into a press conference after the game and say he's gutted we didn't win. We didn't fucking win. What a fucking game was he looking at? We were lucky to get a point. We were so blunt. It was fucking not funny. You know what did you make of the starting 11 even? Were you as outraged as I was?
It was because I was talking to you before the game, wasn't I? And we were saying, why is he doing that? We got player moving from midfield into right back. You got the right back moving to left back. And it was like 3 players playing out of position to accommodate this guy's madness, right? When all he needed to do was put Kieran Tierney at left back. That would have been it, problem solved. You wouldn't have needed to put Partey at right back. You wouldn't have needed to move Timber. But no, he won't do that because he's obviously got a problem with Tierney. They've obviously had a ruck.
Absolutely.
I think he's had a ruck. It's another one that he's had a ruck with. And he doesn't want to play. Why did he
put him out on loan, Warren? Warren, huh? You're quite right. Why did he throw him out on loan for a season?
Yeah.
Right? Because he's got the arse with him. I reckon Kieran Tierney, do you remember, Warren? Do you remember when Zinchenko came in and he wanted Tierney to play an inverted left back? Yeah. And let's not forget here, right? Yeah, that when Tierney was playing nicely with Martinelli Tierney was overlapping Martinelli. Martinelli was scoring goals.
Yeah.
Right? 3 years ago. Right? Then something happened that obviously didn't go well between the two of them. And I honestly would say to you right now, when Zinchenko came in, who was happy to play inverted left back, and he cost us bloody games. Let's get it right, guys. Right? And at the end of the day, Tierney said, I don't like playing this. So he got injured, if we remember. Yeah, he got injured. And what did he do? Stick him out on loan.
No, 100%.
See you later, boy. Because that's what this arrogant arsehole does. Sorry, I shut up.
He just freezes people out who he doesn't get on with. He did it with Pepe. He's done it with Tierney. But the thing is, as well, what was quite alarming in that game, there were periods in that game where we had two fullbacks inverting into the midfield, which meant we only had two defenders. Right? And Fulham kept pumping the balls over into the flanks, and there was no one there. The goal came about as a consequence of Kirill trying to move out to the left and leaving Saliba exposed in the centre. He's the only defender there. Do you know? And I'm surprised that more teams haven't tried this, because there was lots of periods in that game where they kept doing that for them. They kept trying to knock balls into the flank because they knew we were exposed. And it's all because of this madness of like getting players to invert into midfield. I just do not understand the logic behind it. I just think it's absolute suicide. At some point, someone is going to expose them, and they're going to get an absolute thumping. I mean, if we come up against Real Madrid in the Champions League, or another top quality side who's got a decent manager who knows what they're doing, they will rip us apart, mate. 100%. And if it hadn't have been Saliba, it would have happened on Sunday as well. Because that boy, I'm telling you, I think he's world class. I think he's the best centre back in the world, and that's why Real Madrid won him. You know, and if it hadn't have been for him, we would have got hammered. Because Fulham aren't any mugs anymore. They're not, you know, a run-of-the-mill team. 100%. They're a top side. So we got away with it. But this business with Kieran Tierney, for his sake, he's got to go. And there's a lot of talk that he might be going in January or in the summer. So I don't know. I just think it's really sad that the fella's been so badly mistreated.
Totally agree. Disrespectful. Like, you know, I think you hit the nail on the head. It could be just that he probably wanted him to do the inverted, like, you know, left back thing, and Tierney just probably said, "Fuck off." You know, I'm not that type of player. I don't want to get exposed going into the midfield, into the sort of tucking into the right centre. You know, Darren, what did you make? I'll let you go with the question there of the whole starting 11.
Yeah, I mean, it was a shambles. I mean, what you know, football is about momentum, and if you look at our previous games to that, we slapped up Sporting Lisbon, we slapped up West Ham, we beat Nottingham Forest comfortably, and then we had a 2-0 win over Man United. And although people were happy with that, I was furious at the Man United game for one reason. Again, I see our ridiculous captain, who should be setting the tone, again letting us down with his body language on the pitch. He let us down last season with his body language on the pitch when he started taking photographs after the Liverpool game when we won 3-1. And this time, I know this, nobody's really mentioned this from what I can see, but I was furious. I was so angry. First 5 minutes against Man United, the crowd are quiet. Yeah, well, they're going to be, aren't they? Yeah, the crowd ain't going to be singing and dancing and jumping up and down for 90 minutes until you, the players, start delivering and start showing that you give a shit. So the crowd are not going to be jumping up and down and winding everything up. And then Odegaard seems to think then it's his job to run over to the corner flag and start doing all this with his arms, saying, come on, create an atmosphere. Well, the deal is you deliver on the pitch first. you're paid excessive wages, right? And it made me so angry to see this bloke do that. And he's the worst player you can have as a captain. I wouldn't even. I'd put him on the bench and I'd sell him in January, like I would 2 or 3 other players at the moment in the team. So the team selection, Thomas Partey, come on. This bloke has done a good job away at Sporting Lisbon. He's done a good job at home to Man United to get the 2-0 win. He's done a good job against West Ham. And then you go and punish him by putting him at right back, where if I throw a name out there, I could throw this out in the chat, and I guarantee a lot of people will say, nah, never heard of him. Robinson. Anyone heard of Robinson? It's a fruit drink, right? Robinson of Fulham, yeah? Skinned Thomas Partey at right back. Let that sink in. Robinson of Fulham skinned our right back. And you just think, this manager is being paid 14 million to mess around with our team, because what it is he's got so much of an ego. He wants to maybe win a trophy. I'm not taking that away from him, but he wants to do it differently. He wants to do it the Arteta way, where I move players from left wing to right back and all this nonsense. Mate, forget it. It's never been done. It'll never happen. You can tinker maybe with one player out of 12 in the old days when we had one sub. You know, you can make one person in a squad or a team versatile, but not 7 or 8, because in the end, everyone's heads have just been mind fucked. And nobody, you'll get on the pitch and think, hang on, right, what am I doing today? The relationship I built up with Declan Rice, right, I'm not doing that today. And then you're expecting these players in high pressure games, and all right, Fulham, we should be getting 3 points away at Fulham, but it's still a high pressure game because we need to win that to stay in touch with Liverpool. Now we could be 9 points behind them again. And we've just given it all. We narrowed the gap to 7 points, and now we're back to 9 points again. So psychologically, any professional footballer who's won a league title, who knows what it takes, and Paul Scholes was saying this on the TNT football, I think it was. When you're not playing, you're interested in your rivals, what they're doing. As soon as you see they get a last-minute goal, it's like getting punched in the ribs. Yeah, it's a psychological thing. And these players are psychologically drained. And I think when Arteta's more consistent, they get the results and they try harder. But as soon as Arteta starts being inconsistent with his team selections, then they just give up and they don't want to know. I didn't see any desire. I didn't see any passion from any of them on Sunday to really win that game. There was no man of the match from me. And it was just a shambles, the whole thing. You've got to feel for people like Timber that have now come in. I've got it wrong about Timber. I actually thought he might have been a bit of a crock, but he's actually looking good now. He seems to be settled. His place is right back, and it certainly ain't left back. Yeah, but he gets played there. You know, shocking.
It is frustrating for Timber, because I'm sure he just wants to, with his ACL, what happened to him last season, and now he just probably wants to, I just want my Arsenal career to get going, like, you know, and then he's in the right back, he gets a few games in and he's playing well, and then he gets fucked over onto the left. You're just like, mate, give me a break. Just let me get me position right. Let me get used to the league and let me rock on. You know what I mean? Brandon, welcome along, mate. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you're doing well. I'll let the floor is yours. I'm just sort of talking about the starting 11 for the Fulham game. Go ahead, mate.
Where do you begin with that one? Shambles is the word I think Darren used just a minute ago, and I think it's spot on. Shambles in every single department. Dale's got a call.
Yeah, sorry.
It's Arteta. It's Arteta. He's
Yeah. Get them off screen.
No, it was a shambles in every single department. Right. I after the game, I held a lot of criticism towards the players. Right. However, having watched it back and thinking about it all again, once again, it all comes back down to the manager. As it does every single time that Arsenal lose a game, it's always because Mikel Arteta's fucked up somewhere, you know? And he did it again. He did it again, you know? The best analogy I can give is we as human beings, we go through life making mistakes, right? Every single one of us do. Every single one of us do. Not defined by your mistakes. You're defined by how you learn from them and how you improve and how you become successful and all the rest of it, right? But we all make mistakes. So making the mistake isn't the problem. But we've been made to believe that Mikel Arteta is this intelligent guy, this tactical genius, this, that, and the other. Do you know what I mean? Well, a guy who consistently makes the same mistake over and over and over again, that ain't a genius in my book. That's a fucking dumbass. Yeah, that's a guy with no intelligence whatsoever. And that's what Mikel Arteta does. He makes the same mistake over and over and over again. Over again. Last season, we needed to beat Aston Villa at home, and we lost. Right? And the reason being is because he decided to bring Zinchenko back in fold. Right? The season before that, he made critical errors that cost us the league title and watched our 8-point lead dwindle away. Right? Again, on the manager. Then at the beginning of this season, Arsenal are struggling creativity because Martin Odegaard's out injured. That's what everybody told us. Oh, it's because Martin Odegaard's out injured. All of a sudden, Martin Odegaard comes back. Arsenal start slapping teams 5 goals. And everybody who hasn't got a brain cell in their head sits there and go, oh my God, it's because Martin Odegaard's back. No, it wasn't because Martin Odegaard's back. It's not as simple as that. That's not how football works, right? Yeah, Martin Odegaard links everything in terms of from when we go from defence to attack. Yes, he's the guy who starts the press for Arsenal, right? But Martin Odegaard coming back did not all of a sudden change Arsenal into this side that, you know, goes from being very defensive to all of a sudden slapping teams by 5 goals. That's not how it works. What happened was, along with Martin Odegaard coming back, our manager played players in their rightful positions. We had Timber at right back, who was absolutely cooking, but not only defensively, he was also helping Bukayo Saka down that right-hand side, overlapping, causing problems, being a threat. Same for Calafiori on the left-hand side. Now, I don't rate Calafiori defensively. If anything, I sit there and say, I don't see much difference between Calafiori and Zinchenko when it comes to defensive work. What I will give Calafiori is going forward, he looks just as dangerous as what Zinchenko did when he was doing that role. And you could see the difference. So everything that he did at the beginning of the season to try and dwindle away the fact that Martin Odegaard wasn't in the team didn't work. So then when Odegaard comes back and he's got his strongest 11 available again, all of a sudden we're seeing performances. Then at the weekend, once again, he does the same thing that he did where he fucked up in the first couple of the first 11 games of the season. Starts moving players out of position, puts Partey at right back, which didn't work for the first 11 games. So why is it going to work now? Puts Timber at left back when we know he's better at right back. And then you've got a man like Kivior in the side as well, which doesn't help, right? And he did all of that because we had one injury. So we had one injury, and this guy, every time we have one injury, this guy thinks it's okay to move 3 players out of position. You know, that is not a top coach top manager in my opinion. people keep telling me that Mikel Arteta is this top manager. Oh, he's up and coming. And if he doesn't win anything at Arsenal, watch him go and have a flourishing career as a manager elsewhere. I don't believe that'll happen either, because as I've already stated, he makes the same mistake over and over and over and over again, right? People base Mikel Arteta being the top manager on the fact that he won an FA Cup with players that wasn't his, with a squad that he inherited that we was all told was toxic and negative. And then they also now base it off the fact that he finished second twice. Well, if we're going off the fact that he finished second twice in the league, well, wasn't there a certain Liverpool manager who finished second and only just lost out the league because of a Gerrard slip? Isn't there a certain Manchester United former player as well, who finished second? You know? And where are they? Is Brendan Rodgers in one of the top jobs in Europe right now? No. He's managing Celtic.
I think the Celtic gods got a hold of Brandon there. He was giving out about Celtic. I don't know. Is he back there? We'll come back to him. Jez, I just wanted to sort of come to you. It was your goal there. You know, the way the whole thing of the set pieces and Arteta and his staff are geniuses now that, like, you know, they've invented football all over again. Has that been the sort of downfall of, like, you know, let's say our attacking play? You know what I mean? Has it just now we're just running up and trying to get a corner and that's it? Is that our set piece, or is that our attacking options?
Well, I think there's 3 parts to this. Okay, Martinelli's dropped off the cliff. He seems to be playing with very lack of confidence. Saka, we rely on too much to get the goal. And yes, I think you are correct in points in the game. There have been games, and it was again against Fulham. We're looking to get that corner, which great. I love seeing goals scored from set pieces, but that does not win you Premier Leagues. It does not win you big trophies. Because at the end of the day, you have to score goals from open play. And we haven't got it. Because why, guys? Why? We haven't got that out-and-out striker.
And as well, Jez, I actually think the players have got a lazy mindset. What they've now done is thought, we can get by in these games just by getting set pieces. I seriously think these players have down tools on Arteta, but actually think, we're just doing it easier just to do a set piece, because then we haven't got to listen to Arteta's overplicating things by changing positions, ball in certain channels and all this, when we can just get a ball slung over. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm exactly like you. I thought Gabriel's goal, his header, was awesome. One of his goals he scored recently. That's remind me of an Arsenal great. I won't mention the name because I don't want to big Gabriel up too much, but it was great to see. But that's just like a supplementary part of your attack. It should never be the be all and end all. And that's what these players and probably encouraged by Arteta have started doing. And it's not going to work, is it?
Can I just add? Sorry, go on. Sorry, go on, mate. Go on.
Go on, Jez. Go ahead, Jez. Sorry, Brandon. Jez was just talking there, and I just want to hear what he had to say. Sorry, Jez. Go ahead, mate.
I've got to bounce in a minute, mate, because the wife's going. I've got to cook dinner tonight. But I just want to throw this in the mix, guys, Brandon and guys, because why is it that consistently we see, case in point again on Sunday, Martinelli offside, Jesus offside? These are professional footballers, man. Why can they not read the line? Even, I don't like the guy whatsoever. Gary Neville said it's inexcusable what Martinelli did.
Yeah.
He's offside by a good half a yard to a yard. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? And somebody actually on Lee's show last night, I can't remember who it was. Oh, it might have been Matty. Came up with a great comment of, well, when you stood there with your head down like that all the time, you're not going to see that you're offside. Because that's how Martinelli plays now. Yeah, he runs with his head down. He don't look up. He doesn't see the free player. And what happens? Oh, you're offside. Or you run the ball out of play. How many times, guys, have we seen this? Yeah, how many times did we have to see what these two players, Jesus and Martinelli, don't bring to the party? They don't. They're not adding anything to the game now. And I think it's a great shame for Martinelli when he was playing, when he first came into this team, right, under a better manager. Yeah. Let's remember, guys, 14 goals, 16 games. Right? Cup and league competition. Where's that gone? What's happened? And I'm sorry to have to say it. This is what Arteta does. I called this 3-4 years ago. The man is a vampire. He will suck the lifeblood out of any footballer because who's improved? Who's he brought on and improved? I fear for the likes of Ethan Nwaneri. Right? Big up, Kyle.
Big up, lads.
For these players, I just see them regressing. I don't see them going forward. The man is a narcissist, right? And he just kills players. And on that note, boys, I'm going to leave you. Dale, Warren, Darren, Kyle, Brandon, good to see you, mate.
Big up, Jez.
Do you want to just give a shout out to your channel, mate, and anything you have coming up there before you go?
Yeah, it's Arsenal history and more, man. It is what it is. And yeah, have a great show, boys. And I'll get the rest of this on watchback, playback, whatever you can call it nowadays. And good show.
Jez, have a lovely Christmas, man.
I'll see you before that.
Nice one, Jez.
I'll see you before that. For fuck's sake, that's weeks away.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, don't forget. Don't forget the Christmas quiz.
No, on the 17th. That's not the 17th of December.
Yeah, get swatting.
Yeah.
James, is it all about football or is it an Arsenal quiz?
No, it's all about general English football, man.
Perfect. Not a bother.
Big up, boys.
Cheers,
Big up, James.
Take care, mate.
Take care. Love you all. Bye now.
Brandon, just before I get Kyle in, Brandon, you were about to jump in there. Did you want to have your say?
Yeah, I mean, I was on a bit of a flow until the fucking top gooners hacked my wife. You know what it is. Yeah, I was just gonna say, everybody. I mean, I dug out the players massively at the weekend because, do you know what pisses me off about these players more than anything else? Last season, at the end of the season, we watched Mikel Arteta and Odegaard stand there at the Emirates Stadium and say, "Don't be satisfied with second, lads. We want more." Right? So far this season, Kai Havertz has come out in an interview and said, "We want to win the league." Saliba's come out in an interview and said, "We're desperate to win the league." Martin Odegaard has come out twice now, once again today in the press conference, and said, "We want to win everything." But then when it comes to actually doing it on the pitch, they play like a bunch of fucking wankers like they did at the weekend. Now, as I've already pointed out, a lot of the blame has to go on Mikel Arteta because, moving players out of position and then expecting them to do a job doesn't help with the flow of the game, especially when, right? And this is the thing that I hate about football, modern day football. Everything's become so systematic now. Everything's all robotic and system based, right? Never before, when I was growing up, did I used to hear about, you've got to have a left-footed centre-back on the left side and a right-footed centre-back on the right side. There was none of that. It was either you was good or you was shit, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, the game was based on the player and the player's ability. Now, everything's become about the system. It's not about the player no more. It's all about the system, right? So, and everybody's doing it. It's not just Arteta. Maresca's doing it at Chelsea. The only one who's not really doing it is probably Arne Slot. You know, he's done something different at Liverpool. He's still got a natural left back and natural right back, for example. You know, Pep Guardiola does it. It's all left footers on the left side, right footers on the right side. So the reason why I say Mikel Arteta made the biggest mistake at the weekend is because he put Thomas Partey at right back. Cool. He can do a job there. Fine. Fair enough. But then by moving Timber over to left back, Timber's right-footed. Right? Martinelli also plays on the left-hand side and he's right-footed. Then you've got on the right-hand side, you've got Saka and Odegaard who are both left-footed. Right? So we made it easy for Fulham because when you go to a team and they just want to park 10 men behind the ball and try and hit you on the counter, the one thing that they don't want you to do is stretch that pitch. They don't want to have to be pulled out of position, pulled out wide, you know, to go and mark players, etc. The reason why we couldn't do that is because the balance of the team was off, because you've got right footers on the left-hand side and left footers on the right-hand side. So everybody wants to cut inside. And because everybody wants to cut inside, we're playing into the zones that Fulham want us to play in. Everything's all central. It's easy for them to defend against because they've not necessarily got to move too far out of their position. And it's not where, you know, they're going to be making massive recovery runs because they're having to chase people out wide and they're being constantly pulled out of position. You know, that's how you break a 10-man team down. You know, we know as Arsenal fans that we're a lot more respected now, right? Because of that season that we had where we was 8 points clear with 8 games to go. We was playing that scintillating attacking football. Nobody could handle us, right? We were scoring goals for fun. Yeah, okay, we was conceding quite a lot, but we were scoring goals for fun. We should have won the league, right? So after that season, teams started to respect us a little bit more. And so they should, because we do have the quality to hurt teams. But with that respect also comes the fact that you are going to end up having to face low blocks for the majority of the time, especially against the lower quality teams. So it then becomes a situation where the manager and the players have to figure out a way around it. And Mikel Arteta has played into their hands every single fucking time. You know, if he wanted to play these players at the weekend that he played at the weekend, and he didn't want to play Tierney and he didn't want to, you know, that's fine, right? But after that first half, do something different. You know, it's not that difficult to add a bit of balance to that team, to stretch the pitch a bit more. You know, I'll give you 2 simple solutions here, right? Switch Bukayo Saka and Martinelli over. Bukayo Saka goes over to the right. Martinelli goes over to the left. Martinelli goes over to the right. Saka goes over to the left. Guess what? By doing that, you're then stretching the pitch. Why? Because Saka's naturally left-footed, so he's going to take it on the outside. And Martinelli's naturally right-footed. So now all of a sudden, just by doing that simple little change there, you've got a bit more width. Everybody's not trying to cut inside. You could even move Martin Odegaard over to the left with Bukayo Saka and move Declan Rice over to the right with Martinelli. And neither of them 2 players have had to move too far out of their zones, let's just say. They've just switched sides. And by doing that, you've got balance in that team again. But Mikel Arteta, as I've already pointed out, is such a fucking deluded, brain-dead fucking dumbass that he just simply cannot see this. Either that, or he's so fucking arrogant that he doesn't want to do it any other way other than his way. Well, let me tell you this. Arsenal will not be successful on the pitch with this manager in charge. And I am that fed up now, Dale, right? Because I've been saying this for a long, long time, just like you boys have. I am that fed up with seeing the same shit, the same things that cost us season in, season out, that I'm even considering now taking a stance and saying, look, I ain't watching Arsenal again until this manager is gone. Because I can't keep doing it. Every single week, I jump on streams and I find myself saying the same shit over and over and over and over again, right? And it gets jarring. It gets really, really jarring. And then you've got these top gooners coming out, still trying to make excuses. You've got people out there that are still backing this shit, even though we've got two managers in this league that are currently ahead of us, currently playing better football than us, schooling the guy that we've had here for 5 years that has spent 800 odd £million, that has got his full squad, his team that he cannot seem to get the best out of. And you've got man like Arnie Slot, who in the Liverpool team, a very good Liverpool team from Jurgen Klopp, but an aging Liverpool team, made one signing, and the guy who he signed has got no fucking knees. Yeah, can't play because he's just he's on the fucking shelf all the time. He's NHS sponsorship, right? And you've got Chelsea, who have got a young squad, inexperienced. Pochettino couldn't get a tune out of them. And this guy, Enzo Maresca, comes in, and all of a sudden they're flying. They're playing this real nice attacking football. Yeah, they're liable to concede goals, but, you know, they're playing this attacking football where it's like, do you know what? Yeah, you might score 2, but we're going to score 3. You might score 3, but we're going to score 5. You know, and that's what we did in our first season when we went 8 points clear with 8 games to go. These two managers have been in this league for 5 fucking months. They've had the players that they are currently managing for 5 months. They've not even got to know them properly yet. This guy's been here for 5 years and people are still backing this shit. People are still finding excuses for this. Unbelievable, bro. You know, I've had so many arguments as well with different Arsenal fans. You know, they change the narrative all the time. There was one in particular, I'm not going to name him, but there was one in particular. I said to him, I said, look, if Arnie Slot finishes above Mikel Arteta this season, do you sack him? Well, yeah, that can't happen. Now, all of a sudden, it's looking more and more likely that it's going to happen. Now he's changed his mind. Well, if we win a trophy, then how can you sack him? Well, okay, cool. So if we win a Carabao Cup and we finish 2nd or 3rd this season, is that good enough? Is that good enough? No. Because we didn't wait 5 years to win a fucking Carabao Cup. As much as I'd love a cup, don't get me wrong, I will celebrate Arsenal winning any trophy. But did we wait 5 years, go through all this process, all this bullshit, press conference in, press conference out, game in, game out, year in, year out, just to go and win a Carabao Cup? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. If he don't win the league this season, if he don't win the Champions League this season, yeah, if he doesn't minimum do a domestic double, FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and challenge for the league, gotta go. Bye-bye. See you later. See you later.
Kyle, thanks for coming along. Hope you're doing well. Your road to recovery. Hope everything's all right.
Yeah, big up Dale, Warren, Darren, Brandon, and all the rest. And good to be on the screen, Dale. Recovery is going well, pal. Unfortunately, those things know there that I got word there Friday from the top vascular doctor here in Ireland that there's not much they can do for my legs. So I have to deal with vascular disease and both legs for the rest of my life. So, but look, it is what it is. That way. I'll put it this way to you. I won't be scoring any goals for Arsenal now anytime soon. So, look, I'll be all right. I've good family, good friends behind me, so I'll be all right. So I'll get through it. But no, I'd just like to say that, boy, brother, look, listen. I'm sitting back and I'm listening to lots of people talking about Arsenal and stuff like that. I said to you, that boy, back at Halloween, I said season over. And I genuinely mean season is over. I'm after been listening to lads saying that we're going to go on this amazing run. We're going to go 12, 15 games, victory after victory after victory after victory. Look what we did against Fulham the other day. listen, there, boy, you can't rely on this team. You can't rely on it. I don't trust them as far as I throw them. Because when it matters, they always fuck up. The players are... I've been saying this for years. The fucking players are not good enough. And Pete, the fans likes to overhype these players. They're not good enough. I'm sick saying it. Martinelli is fucking useless. He's useless. I see there someone in the chat, big up, said about Martinelli with his head down. His head has been down since he came. The man is a headless chicken. Running around. He hasn't a fucking clue what to do with the final ball. Now, let's go to the other way. Because I'm saying, by the way, let me get something straight. I'm going to get something straight there, but I'm sorry, no, this is going to be a long one because I'm fucking sick of listening to the same crap day in, day out. People are making this Trossard out to be some kind of world-class football player as well. He's not fucking good enough either, then, boy. I'm talking about us winning the Premier League title. Martinelli and Trossard on the left-hand side of that pitch ain't the fucking answer. Now we go to the right-hand side. And we're talking about Starboy. We rely too much on Starboy. But the fucking thing about Starboy is he ain't world class. I'm sick of it. Because he's English, the press makes him out to be this magnificent superstar. Like to do with the English team. And what happens to the English team in World Cups, European Cups? They fall apart. Why? Because the fucking press. The same with this fella. He's a good player, there, boy, but he ain't fucking world class. So let's get that fucking straight. And if you're going to win league titles and you're relying on Saka, I've got news to tell you. You ain't winning this. I'm sick of it, there, boy. The truth has to be spoken here. Now let's go up to Havertz. Up centre forward. The worst centre forward I ever saw in football history. He's a fucking pagan. Useless, fucking useless. I'm sick of it. That fella's representing our club up centre forward. He's a fucking insult to the club. Now let's go into midfield. Another overhyped player. Why? Because he's English. Fucking Declan Rice. £100 million fucking football player. Don't get me wrong. He's a good football player. He's not world class. I'm sick of these lads being called world class that way. Legends of the game. Legends be fucking bollocks. We have this captain coming out today in a press conference. This fucking Martin Odegaard. And it's a beautiful week. I became a father. I can turn off now. I can turn off now when I go home because of my kid. You turn off in a fucking mattress, Martin. Out on the pitch. Not just when you go home to your kid. And he's captain of this club. And he says, my dream is to win titles. Win fucking nothing. Win titles, me bollocks. This Arsenal team is winning fucking nothing. Because they're spineless. Because when it matters, they fall apart. I'm sick of that. They're proving it year in, year out. And here we go again. And I'm hearing fans saying that we're still in for a chance. Liverpool didn't even play at the weekend. What did we do? Fucked up. Like we always do. The back line. Oh, no. Not finished with my feet, by the way. Jorginho. Useless. Marino. Fucking useless. Let's go to the back line. Saliba. I actually agree. He's actually the only player we have that I feel can be world class. He's not yet, but he can be. Gabriel has been good this season as well. He's strong. He's physical. Californi, send it back to fucking Italy. Useless. What's Thomas Partey playing right back? Why is Thomas Partey in the right back position? Why is he in the right back position? Right? Timber has proved me wrong. Timber is actually a very good player. Fair play to the chap. And Ray, I was really down on him and saying he's probably be a good goalkeeper. But this overall, and when you look at the substitute bench, and you're bringing on the likes of that fucking Gabriel, a useless bastard. 1 goal in 31 games. Sums him up in a fucking nutshell. Sterling. Where's Sterling? That's why I see Sterling lately. Where's he? Hopefully he's fucking gone as well. Another useless bastard. I'm sick of it. And this comes down to Arteta and his management. He's the most arrogant prick I ever heard. You see him during the press conference, he's this smug face. I got news to tell you, Arteta. You are winning nothing, my friend, because you're fucking useless too. This club of mine is a joke. It's a fucking joke. You see the outside of the stadium itself. I see this now green fucking sleeve and red sleeve fucking tracksuits. I'm seeing merch every day of the fucking week. My daughter asked me to get an Arsenal jersey for Christmas. No fucking way. I ain't spending a fucking cent on this club. A fucking joke. I was supposed to go to the sporting game a couple of weeks ago in the Champions League. Then what? Christmas is around the corner. Why the fuck should I spend my hard-earned money to go out to see that? Yes, we went out, we won 5-1. Put in a good performance on the rest of it. But that's fucking Arsenal nutshell. So thereby, listen, man, I'm not putting up. I said at the start of this season, no more excuses. I don't want to hear excuses. And I'm listing the excuses already. No excuses. Don't win the league title. Fuck off out of the club. And bring 60 to 70% of the fucking squad with you because they ain't fucking good enough either. It's time to speak up and tell the fucking truth and tell how it fucking is. I'm sick of the fans talking fucking shit. And especially FTV and all those fucking pricks over there. Talking fucking shit. I tell you the fucking truth, fucking annoy me. And some of them are comparing Odegaard to Dennis Bergkamp. They're comparing Declan Rice to Patrick Vieira. What the fuck are these clowns talking about? Clowns! I love to see them face to face. I fucking love it so much.
Exactly.
The club, that boy, I'm telling you now, the club is finished. It's done. We're going nowhere. We're not winning anything that way. That's it. In a nutshell, we're fucked. Chelsea. Look at Chelsea. Phase 1. We're there. Where's last phase 1 with Liverpool? We are now 5 fucking years. And I heard a fan today saying we're only starting the process. And that we're going to go on a 10-year domination. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, you always bring me back down to ground. No matter what Arsenal are doing, and look, come here, you've been hitting the nail on the head the last few years, 100%, Kyle. It's for me, even when we seen the team sheet the other day, and they come out with the purple and fucking pink and blue, whatever color that fucking jersey is. And you're just looking, going, can we not just stick to Arsenal, stick to our away jersey, just keep it simple, please, and stop making us look like fucking idiots, because we have a manager that is playing players out of position, and then we have in the boardroom or whoever clears this, let's have a pink and purple jersey. Yay, let's do that. Why? Why are you doing that?
It's a football club, there, boy. This is supposed to be a football club, not a fucking fashion show. And that's what it is. It's a fashion show. I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, 100%. It's like, it's like they want us to fail. It's like you just need one or two little things to happen and they go, no, we'll pull you back. It's like being on a lead. You're a dog, you're on a lead, and you're just like, just sign 2 or 3 players there. We may be able to cross the line here and get to the Premier League. No. We won't do that. We won't do that. Like what we were all screaming for in the summertime was a fucking striker. What did we get? We didn't get anything. We go and we spend our money on Marino in midfield. And not only that, we already signed Jorginho up to a new contract. So you had that midfield sewn up, let's say, and then you just depend on everything on Kai Havertz. No. Sorry, Warren, you with your hand up there. I don't know if you wanted to come in or...
I just wanted to say this club, the problem with it, it's just got too much inexperience in it. Like, from top to bottom, the owners ain't got a clue about football, right? And that's been proven. That fellow who interviewed Josh Kroenke from Sky Sports absolutely destroyed him. He made him look like an idiot. And then moved down to the board. None of them have got a clue what they're doing, right? Then you've got... Then when we had Edu, he'd never done the job before. Arteta had never done the job before. So where's the experience? Where's the head saying to them, right, when you have this situation, this is what you need to do, right? The problem is Arteta has never done this fucking job before, and he's not willing to learn. He thinks he knows it all, right? Playing players out of position does not work. You need to put square pegs into square holes, right? Not fucking changing 3 players' positions to accommodate one. It never, ever makes any sense, right? You got people making decisions about having these really bizarre, mad, off-key shirts to make a few bob. No. What about sticking with tradition and having yellow and blue shirts for away kit and red and white for the home kit, right? Fuck around with the third kit if you want to, but it's red and white, yellow and blue. End of story. Because all you're doing is you're alienating legions and legions of loyal and long-term supporters, the likes of myself and loads of other fellas who I know who are around my age and older have just turned their back on the club and walked away from it because they're sick and tired of all this bullshit all the time. It's honestly, mate, it's an absolute fucking joke. Top to bottom, the club is a mess, right? And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that TV show, The Apprentice. None of them have got a fucking clue what they're doing. They're sitting there, running around up and down the streets, trying to look fucking good in front of the cameras, trying to impress one guy, and then when it all fucks up, they all turn on each other. Because this is what's happening. Carl, you mentioned it the other day, the fucking club is in fucking meltdown. Players fighting amongst each other, staff, senior staff, members fighting with each other. This is what happens when you've got no fucking leadership. There is a fucking huge power struggle going on at this club. Right? You can see it. That Arteta wants complete control of the club. And he ain't going to stop until he gets it. This man is a fucking cancer in this club and he needs to be gotten rid of. And we need to get someone in who knows what they're fucking doing. And I'm not talking about the manager. I'm talking about the one, but just below the Cronkies. And my choice, get fucking David O'Leary in tomorrow 100%. And fucking give him free hand to recruit and sack as he sees fit. Because I'm telling you now, within 2 years, this club will be fucking winning titles if that happens. But the way it is at the moment, we ain't got a fucking prayer of winning anything. Because no one knows what they're doing and they're just talking shit and fucking sitting around and fucking behaving like absolute dickheads. I'm sick of it. And the owners need to fuck off as well. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, mate.
I just have to come in there and say this.
Jeez. Nearly.
Because it's not being talked about enough either. We're here tonight, myself, you, Warren, Darren, 4 genuine Arsenal fans, all our lives. And there's many people on YouTube tonight, and they're making serious amounts of money spinning PR narrative bullshit about this club. Robbie Lyle is a millionaire on the back of our once great club. Spitting on the fucking crest, spitting on the history to make a few quid. Not just him, but plenty of others like him. And also, I see the likes of Martin Keown. Once I loved him. Once I looked up to him. Ray Parler the same. I'm even shouting out to the great Paul Merson, who I adored growing up. These lads have opportunities to speak the truth about our club. And what did they do? Sell their souls for a few quid. Paul Merson had an interview with Mikel Arteta a couple of weeks ago. What did he do? He licked his arse. That's what he done. Instead of asking the serious questions, and when are we going to succeed? And when are you going to win a league title? That I represented this club one time. I won trophies one time. Not one of those people have put that towards Mikel Arteta. Instead of that, they sit there and they fucking lick his fucking hole. And I'm fucking sick of it. So fuck Keown, fuck Parler, and fuck Merson as well. And Ian fucking Rice and other bollocks. I'm fucking sick of it that way. These men represented our great club and won trophies. And now what they're doing is fucking spinning PR fucking shit out to the fans. And I ain't fucking listening to it because I've been there. I know what we've been through. I know our history. I know our club. Like the three used to. And the chat. So they're not going to fucking lie to me. They're not going to make me out to be a fucking fool. I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of it. The Kroenkes, the board, the management, the players, they're a fucking cancer in this club. A cancer. Look what they did with the crest. Look what they did with the crest. Never mind this green and whatever fucking pink and whatever other fucking colour you can have. They destroyed the crest. Look at the stadium. We gave up Highbury for this fucking shit. We gave up the Marble Halls for this crap. Delpa, I am seriously fuming. I'm seriously fuming because I can see our club is going nowhere fast. Nowhere. Our glory days are finished. They're done. Done.
Yeah. It is frustrating that, like, someone actually just said it there in the comments, like, that it is a business now and it's football and it's happening to a lot of clubs as well. But the thing about it is you have to blame the fans as well because they're accepting this. You know what I mean? If you're accepting going into an Arsenal shop or a sports shop or whatever and going, I want to buy that pink and purple and blue jersey. Whereas Arsenal fans should be there saying, get the fuck out of town. That's not the Arsenal colours. Like what you said there, the third kit, fucking do whatever you want. And if you're a weirdo and you want to get an Arsenal jersey that's fucking whatever colour, that's your own business. But Arsenal colours are the Arsenal colours and you don't fuck around with that. But if we're accepting this as fans, which we are, and the machine that is AFTV is driving all this bollocks, you know what I mean? And driving, it's okay to have the jersey colour, the second jersey, a different colour because we're all rainbows and hugging and unicorns everywhere and we're hugging and kissing. Well, as Rocky once says, that's not fucking real life. It's not fucking, you know what I mean? Always sunshine and rainbows here. You know what I mean? Like, piss off. Stop doing this to the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck
me.
That's why you see what you're saying there. So the question have to be to the man here beside me, Darren. Because Darren, correct me if I'm wrong, but you go to quite a lot of games.
Probably about 6 a season, not that many.
6 a season, so a hell of a lot more than me. So I'm going to say this to you, Darren. In your personal opinion, do you think the fan base is on the Arteta side, or do you think the fan base is against Arteta? And another point. Is it the true fans that's in the stadium, Darren, like yourself, like Jays or whoever, or is it just tourists and business people and people that don't care about the fucking history? So what would it be, Darren, in your opinion, Mess?
Well, I reckon it's 50-50 because, you know, going on what Odegaard did against Man United, trying to whip the crowd up after 5 minutes, obviously he weren't satisfied with everyone not making a noise. And no doubt it's because there's half the stadium don't actually think that we're going to win nothing, but they're still going to the games. Now, I can get away with it. When I go to games, I'll get up and I'll slag Arteta off, get out of my seat, I'll shout. Nobody has a go or does anything. There's plenty that have a go online, but none of them will have a go in the stadium.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably about 50-50. Now, every game I attend, there's certainly an Asian group near me in the seats, and I have a bit of a laugh with them and that. I have a chat with them and that, you know, get to know your neighbour and all that, you know, have a bit of a chat. And when a goal goes in, I push my lad out of the way and I jump over them and go, "Wah!" for a laugh, you know. But I used to work at the airport, and I used to see a lot of Asian Arsenal fans coming in, and I used to get to talk to them. And I used to say, and this is only in 2022, I don't work there anymore, but only in 2022, I used to say, how much you pay for a ticket? 900, 1,200, right? So something is going on where they're paying over the odds, and how are they getting them tickets? How are they getting in? You know, are they members? Are they red members, silver? I don't know, but they're paying 10 times over the odds. Now, if the club are through the back door accommodating that, that is very, very naughty, and it's not on. But for me now, for the last sort of 5 seasons, I've said this could be my last season. And again, this season again, I'm gutted about it all. I just think I don't enjoy going to the games anywhere near as much as I used to enjoy it. So this might be one of my last games. Now, I've just happened to get in the ballot and got Tottenham at home on the 15th of January or whatever it is. And if this is my last season, I think I'll be, and let's say we were to lose to Tottenham, I think I'll be walking over to Mr. Lyle and having a few words as a parting shot to this club, because this is what's destroying it. I mean, I even don't buy the merch anymore. I mean, look, today I've got Donald Trump here. Look, yeah? I'm spending my money on political people that have slogans like "Make America Great Again." Well, what we need is someone like this figurehead to come and be anti against the establishment in Arsenal and say, MAGA, not make America great again, make Arsenal great again.
Yeah.
And we can go around wearing the baseball caps, and we can start pointing at these Arteta fans that just they're just losers. That's what they are. They haven't got a genuine interest in the game. They're not critical enough to correct. And you know, we all know, we've all done it to death here tonight, that you know, Arteta has just never had the experience in the first place. Should never have been hired. And here we are 5 minutes later. And it's a cycle. It's like, you wait, in a few weeks' time, we'll lose the league and we'll go out of the cups, and we're never going to win the Champions League anyway. You wait. The next question on everyone's lips will be, oh, shall we give him till the summer? Shall we give him another window? This geezer's had more windows than play school, right? Yeah. Too many.
Yeah.
That'll be the next thing on these fans' lips is, oh, should we give him let's see who we sign. And if we don't sign anyone, then maybe he can go and all this. And Arteta will be getting knocked out of cups, and then at the end of it, he'll go, "Oh well, it's not acceptable, but we go again next season." And then everyone will be just, "Oh well, give him another season, and it's just a roundabout.
Yeah, it's like I just want to even just top off what you were actually saying there about like going to the games and stuff like that. Like when I was at, I think it could have been the last when we were playing. Was it Brighton or something like that? Betters, I think it was last season. Brighton or Leeds or something like that, or we drew or something like that. I was losing me shit in the stands, losing me fucking shit, and people around me are just like, I'm just like looking around and going, like, am I in the wrong fucking end here? Like, is this Arsenal supporters or like what the fuck? I was going fucking mad, and nevertheless, I never got them tickets again because whoever had them, don't get that fucking Irish mad bastard in the stadium again. You know what I mean? And rightly so, probably, because, like, you know, I wasn't wanted in that area. But, you know, you just have to, I'm just, like, talking to people. He's not demanding fucking more here. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Thereby, I just say I want to plus that because I got the last ticket I got was in the... I can't even pronounce the word. Complimentary bar. You go into you get a free program. You get a free program as you go up the steps. You go into the bar at halftime. You get free beer at halftime. And I was in that section. It's actually over in the corner where the away fans are, just up over the away fans. And I was sitting there. I'm sitting Paul, a friend of mine, and Brighton. And Brighton was beating us 1-0. And I jumped up out of the seat and I said, one of the lads got the ball and misplaced it. And I fucking screamed, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the next thing, two lads shouted up at me, "Oi, mate, will you fucking sit down there, geezer?" These lads had fucking suits on them, fucking shirts and ties. I just looked at the two of them and said, "Tell you what, why don't the two of you fuck off with them?" Yeah. I said, "I'm in here, we'll get bit by fucking Brighton. And you two are sitting back eating fucking hot dogs." I said, "Fuck off into the bar if you're not happy listening to me shout, because I want to keep fucking shouting, you prick." And you know what? We got bet 1-0. I turned around to the two lads and said, "You fucking satisfied?" The two of them walked out laughing. I walked out nearly fucking crying. And what did I have to do then, boy? I had to travel back to Liverpool Street. Then I had to fucking get the fucking flight back over from Stansted back to fucking Ireland. Then I had to drive 2.5 hours down the road back home. That's what I had to do that night. I had to get about 1-0 by fucking Brighton. And these two pricks sitting back, probably from fucking Essex or somewhere, and they're talking fucking shit to me. Fuck off. That's the whole thing. That's what's wrong with this club. Crowd of fucking pricks.
Yeah. Big up Chris. Chris, on Instagram or X, whatever you want, DM me. And next time I'm going to a game, I'll fucking definitely meet up with you for a pint or whatever. Yeah, no problem at all. I've got to do a legger now in a minute. Please do like and subscribe if you're new around here. I'm doing me daily videos. If you don't mind, even just checking them out every day, a bit of news here and there and stuff like that. I'm just trying my best to keep it going and keep myself sane, as they say. But lads, I just want to keep it quick because I have to do the elf on the shelf sort of fucking thing here. So I want your score predictions for tomorrow night. Warren, what your score prediction?
1-0 to Arsenal.
Ooh.
Darren?
Well, unfortunately, I'm going for Arsenal 1, Monaco 3. I've seen what they've got up front. They've got a midfielder. I saw his name. I looked on Monaco's squad, and I'm sure they've got a midfielder who's the Spanish guy who scored a cracking goal in the Euros. Begins with G. His name is. These are serious players. They got Balogun up front, and they've also got Mbolo, who's Switzerland's striker, big lump up front. I'm sorry to have to break the news, Arteta, but if they put Balogun next to Mbolo chap tomorrow, and we haven't got Gabriel at the back. We've got Saliba with Kiwior. I can see us getting done 3-1 at home tomorrow. I'm sorry. It's, I've after Fulham now, seeing that, they've now got to just come off the back of that result now and then beat a quality team. Monaco ain't going to win the Champions League, but they're no mugs, you know, and they've beaten us at the Emirates before anyway in the Champions League. They've done it to us before. So why shouldn't they do it again?
Yeah. Well, Kyle, what's your score?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Darren, except I'm going for Arsenal 1, Monaco 2. So I'm going for a Monaco win myself tomorrow night. I think they're a dangerous outfit. They're not to be taken lightly. And I think we're going to show up, be cocky, think that's all we have to do is to show up and win the game. Ain't going to happen. If you go in with that attitude, there's only one winner. That's Monaco. So, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with Darren.
Yeah. No, look, thanks a million for everyone dropping in and liking and dropping your comments in. Really do appreciate it. Chris is going 3-0. I think 3-0 Monaco. We're in for a hammering, lads. It'll be similar to the West Ham game last season. Jesus Christ. And at home. Ali's going 1-1 draw. Set piece goal for us.
Yeah, but Del Boy, just let me jump in there for a second, because I think I'm going to have to make a very valid statement here. It doesn't really matter who wins tomorrow. It doesn't really matter. Do you know why it doesn't really matter? Because we ain't winning the fucking Champions League, full stop. So it doesn't matter if we win the next fucking 10 games. It don't matter. We ain't winning the fucking thing. So fuck them. I hope to get fucking destroyed tomorrow night.
I thought it was going to be a news flash just in. Del Boy, I think we're going to win it, because anything you say, Kyle, it's fucking true.
Everything I said, Del Boy, comes true. And I said it to you back at Halloween. I said, season over. And I mean it.
Yeah.
People are still saying we're still in for a shows. We're still here. We had an opportunity to go 4 points behind Liverpool at the weekend without them playing. And we still fucked that up.
Yeah.
So believe me when I told you that, boy, back at Halloween, it's over. And let me tell you another thing. Here tonight, newsflash. If this fucking Spanish prick stays in charge next season is already over too. So fuck you. Fuck him, that boy. Fuck him. And fuck the fucking fans who talks through their fucking arse. I love to meet them face to fucking face. Robbie Lloyd, Lee Judges, that James fella. All those fucking pricks. Fucking crowd of wankers.
I like that. Please do hit the like before you go, and sub if you're new around here. I'll be dropping another video tomorrow, daily updating news. I have to leg it, lads and ladies. Thanks a million for dropping by. Take care and God bless you all. And here, don't forget me outro, Darren. I think you like it. So we'll give it a go. Thanks a million, everyone.
Arsenal great again.
Stick a bunny in me pocket. I'll fetch the suitcase from the van. Cause if you want the best things but you don't ask questions, then brother, I'm your man. Cause where it all comes from is a mystery. It's like the changing of the seasons and the tides of the sea. But here's the one was driving me berserk. Why do only fools and horses work? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.